Thanks for coming out to Colorado, Pete.
Actually, it has been a pleasure to be out here. So I'm here.
Jeff, nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
Yeah.
So where do you want to begin? One thing that I like having here on the Loxley project is people who are doing something for the community. And when I was kind of searching around to see kind of what organization I can kind of like look and learn from, I can see that you're building with the community. Everything has to do with outreach to people who you will directly influence, or will actually be influenced by what you're making. And I think that needs to be shared.
We believe that the community is number one. I mean, obviously, we have a global community that is dealing right now with probably one of the greatest pollution crises that we've ever faced. But we've faced things like this before. The ozone hole was solved because the global community came together. And when we look at community, this is the community I was born in. But we also work with communities in the south of Johannesburg where this project is actually focused. And our current Dung Beetle machine and the two that are working on our shop floor right now are based around trying to get communities to deal with, in particular, the plastic problem.
Okay. I mean, where do we begin?
I think the Dung Beetle project is really about people coming together to do something for the environment, and also using the abilities that we have today together so that we can do something about plastic and reduce the pollution problem related to plastic worldwide.
How did you get into plastics? Were you passionate about just the recycling component?
Actually, I was on a barrier island in the Saloom River Delta about 11 years ago, and that barrier island off the bulge of Africa is a place where, because of currents and winds, plastic accumulates out of the ocean onto that bulge and onto those islands. And I stood there and I saw where migrating Arctic terns were stopping off, and there were millions of birds that were nesting in tons and tons of plastic that had been washed ashore because of the ocean tides.
Okay.
And I just felt like we really need to do something about this. And I never really saw a project that was really addressing the problem in the most impactful way. And I decided that when we had the opportunity to build the Dung Beetle, that we could do something about that.
Now, I've seen a lot of the video footage that you've created in South Africa. Can you tell me a little bit about kind of how is this just like an idea that came to your head? I mean, it sounds
right. So we build everything.
Okay.
Right now, we are manufacturers as well as inventors. We're a team of about 14 people around the world, and we have projects that are going to be unfolding here in 2019 in Fiji, Vanuatu, Mozambique, Colorado, where we're sitting today, and in South Africa, in the township south of Joburg.
Like, timing seems to everything kind of be working in your favor. You have like huge political turmoil that's going on, and we have like this social push that's wanting us to take steps to do something about this plastic issue. And now you're kind of coming home to kind of bring what you've learned over your travels, over your life experiences, and your skill set to bring it to this community. We're here in Colorado. We're outside of the Delta County area, and you have special ties to this area. Is that right?
That's correct. Actually, on the farm we're sitting right now, I grew up here. And in America right now, we have an opportunity because China has stopped taking a lot of the recycling. So we've come here to start to unfold the Dung Beetle project in the United States. So it's interesting to see here in Delta County in Colorado, the very same parallels that we're addressing, the very same issues that we're addressing in South Africa are paralleled here in Colorado in different ways, but nevertheless, the plastic pollution crisis is something that everyone shares. So as a global community, we need to come together to face this, and we can do it. The things about problems is that they can bring communities together. And the Dung Beetle project is just one way. I mean, from your household recycling, that goes hand in hand with some of the ideas we're talking about, which is get involved, get together, make sure that you know what's happening with the issues that you're facing. Everybody's concerned about straws today. Where do those straws end up? ask those questions, get your community involved. Maybe you would address those problems using a Dung Beetle machine that turns plastic into fuels, right? But maybe you would also deal with that by for instance, finding out where your recycling is going and making sure it's going to the right place. And if it's not, then bring that up with your local county commissioners. If you're in the Twin Cities area or you're anywhere else, the fact of the matter is that there are elected officials who are supposed to be dealing with these issues. And I think there's a huge social push to do so. And it's great to see that happen.
I think the numbers are that there's 800 million tons of plastic that are being produced every year. That's an astounding amount, and we are dealing with
globally. That's
globally.
Correct.
It's a huge amount, and I think people can get somewhat disgruntled. They can kind of lose hope in the idea that this is a battle that we cannot win. What I love about the Dung Beetle project is that you're creating a small machine. This is a tiny bit of technology that pumps out unbelievable power.
That the Dung Beetle machine is just a way of changing the way the world looks at plastic pollution.
Okay.
Because it's an opportunity, really. For us, you can turn plastic per kilo or per pound for pound, pretty much into gasoline or diesel. Most people just throw that stuff away for free. So getting people to think differently, our original mission was to create environmental and science communication around this, and our NGO is based here in Colorado. It's called Alliance Earth.
Okay.
And allianceearth.org is our website.
We'll put a link down below so you guys can kind of take a look.
And the thing is that what we see is that people want to do stuff, but they just need to know what to do. So it's exciting to work with the Loxley Project because you guys are also involved in sharing these sorts of solutions. And it's not just this one. There's many other people out there doing other things. So it's exciting also to work with you guys at the Loxley Project and to collaborate between you guys and Alliance Earth, because what we created Alliance Earth to do was that we all come together to do what we can to help change the current paradigm of use and throw it away, or a way in which we can all be part of the solution.
Sure. How do you feel is an effective way that we can get involved?
So I think the best way to get involved is today to find out where your recycling is going. That's a powerful way. And then the other way is you could always visit our website, which is at the Dung Beetle Project. We are the Dung Beetle Project on Google or wherever. We've got a whole bunch of ways in which you and your own household can actually, sort out your own plastic problem, whatever that might be, whether you figure out how, your local recycler is doing it, or you can always give us money.
Cold cash.
Hard cold cash. No, we like money. We operate right now as a not-for-profit, and we're going to be doing some interesting stuff in the future around the technology that we've created. Much of what we created is part of our team of 14 people. I'm one of the inventors, but Pops Pierre Pretorius is our chief development inventor, and he is a genius. And a lot of the technology that we're looking at today, we're going to put into the hands of people probably in the next 2 years.
Okay.
And we want to have these in communities all around the earth.
And that would be a dream. That would be the dream that I think we're all asking to see. And being out here with you for the last couple of days, I've been able to experience the hard work. There's a ton of hard work.
And the desperation.
it takes people who have not only the passion, not only the skill set, but the determination to persevere through a lot of the resistance that's there. And there's obstacles that I've seen whether it's the weather, whether it's technology, whether it's, just interpersonal communications that are happening. There's so many different variables that I feel that everyone who is fighting the fight knows exists.
Yeah,
and you're doing it.
Well, I think that what's exciting is that it only happens because of collaboration. And the way in which we're going to solve a lot of these problems, which we have already, like if you think pollution was terrible in New York in 1977, and now children can breathe freely. These are problems that we've overcome. The way in which that we did that was by hard work. And there's no getting away from the hard work. Like the Dung Beetle project is exciting because it has that opportunity to fix something today.
Yeah.
But there are other solutions. All of them require a lot of hard work. And we're ready to take that on. It just means that sometimes expectations have to be sort of considered.
Yep.
But at the same time, we need everyone together on the pollution problem, on the plastic problem, on climate change. These are the things that we all need to work together on. And when we do, we can fix them. It's exciting.
It is. And it gives hope. And I think that's one thing that if I look at this project where you're based, this is Delta County is a coal industry. This is what has kind of developed this community. It has been all about a resource that today we're fighting against, and you're right here, and the town, the community is here supporting you because they see that change.
Well, I think the Delta County understands that jobs are jobs.
Yep.
And because of the history of the way in which the United States developed around coal and oil and gas recently, it's important that we also pay homage to the people who've worked really hard at those jobs. People who work in the coal industry work really hard.
Yep.
And those are the people that we want on the Dung Beetle project. We want to engage with communities like here in Delta County that are interested in diversifying their jobs skill base. And we want to make sure that those people are employed and that they can bring food and a livelihood to their families so that we can create a sustainable future for valleys like this.
Yeah, I think that's I think other companies can look at that model and say, let's take a page out of that book. Not the replacing. I think people get so scared that they're going to lose their livelihood. They're going to lose their jobs to something else, something greater, something better, something different, something uncomfortable. But it sounds that what you're trying to do is say, hey, here's an idea. We're working hard, we believe in it, and we want to share this. And you already have the skill sets, you have the space, you have everything. Let's just try this. And you're doing it. So,
well, we're trying. And,
We're always
and the other side is that communities here, like most of the West, in the United States right now, they're getting a bit hollowed out. The middle class is disappearing. The rich people are okay, but most people who have like basic skills like fitting and turning, electricians, very basic but really important skills, those skills are kind of being given away to other countries.
True.
And in some ways, like those skills are leaving our country. But the people who hold those skills are still here. And these are the people that we want to engage with. We want to create alternative revenue streams for communities that rely upon sustainable and I would call it clean tech, even though the Dung Beetle project, by its very name, does not connote clean tech. It's really important that we all come together, that we work towards creating a cleaner, more sustainable future together.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time today to share with me and whoever I get to meet. I get to pass on that story of what's going on in Colorado.
Well, we're really excited to have you here. Thanks so much, Pete. And also, the fact of the matter is like, we couldn't do this alone. It's going to take everyone. It's going to take you too.
It's going to take you guys to do this. So, well, I look forward to trying out a Dung Beetle myself someday.
Yeah, we look forward to hosting you.
Maybe
here in Delta County.
Let's make that happen.
Yeah,
Let's make it happen.
Sometime in the next 6 months. Thanks so much, Pete.
It's been a pleasure, Jeff.
Cheers.
I will be attaching the links down below. You can go to dungbeetle.africa and you can find out all about gasification, the Dung Beetle, how it converts waste plastics into reusable fuels. This is really exciting stuff, and I look forward to following the project. So thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, Pete.